What is up, Parmeniacs? Pyrosties here. We are back in the world of Ep9. Uh, this is my third video or fourth video today. I forget which. I had a little panic attack because I muted my audio earlier, I guess, to blow my nose, and then I forgot to unmute it, and I'd recorded a 5-minute intro, and then I panicked and was like, oh shit, did I just record 2 videos without having audio? And thankfully, no. So, anyways, you'll notice I'm in a new ship. I did want to let you know what happened. I got fragged. Basically, I was chatting. We had a guy in our corp that I'm good friends with decide to go out to 0-0. So I was crying at him in Discord and talking with another buddy in Discord about him leaving us and being sad. And I was off the game. I mean, I wasn't even off the game. I was on my second monitor for 20 seconds, and I see the dude land on me, and I was so distracted by that I couldn't get the I had the loot window up. I couldn't get the object window up fast enough, and yeah, you talk about feels bad. So, anyways, I literally gave up a free kill for no reason. So, Lurkstaw, good job. You caught me snoozing. You deserved that. Well played, sir. And that's why I tell you guys, descan, descan, descan. Always be descanning. Because literally the second you stop, everyone in the system's spidey senses start tingling and they will find and kill you. So, but yeah, my corp does have corp hangers, and they don't mind if you use the frigates and decies in there. So I went to one of them, and they just happened to have a Catalyst Navy issue, which is literally my favorite ship in the game right now. I call it the shotgun. Well, the exec is the shotgun. This is like the pistol grip that goes on the shotgun, but it's not bad. Unfortunately, Handlebar doesn't have great skills yet, so he has to offline one gun. But even with one gun offline, I still do 350 DPS, which isn't bad. This isn't the fit I normally run. The fit I usually run is active tank, and this one is just buffer tank. So it's the difference between running an ancil versus running a plate. There's a million different variations of this fit, though. But I do love this fucking fit. So I would highly recommend it. It's not too hard to get into. It is pricey, though. Granted, a lot of this is the price it is because I have 23 million in the hull. This is all of the loot that we have gotten today. So I did want to show you guys that as well. We're going to go do the high sec buyback here in a minute and get rid of most of this. So for the most part, this is 21 million, which ain't too shabby. I don't know why I'm still keeping Cyrad's corpse around. I don't know how I got Cyrad's corpse, but if one of you guys, maybe we'll keep Cyrad, and Cyrad can be like our little our little mascot for the channel or something. I need to look this dude up. I'm like carrying this fucking dude's naked body around with me, and I'm curious. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's look him up. Who is Cyrad? He is a member of the State Protectorate. He is a Caldari fucking squid. Looks like he's got a long history. So he's been around since 2006. Not quite as long as my main, but probably has more skill points than me. So I don't feel bad, I guess, now keeping his frosty corpse in my hangar. So we have a nice channel mascot. So maybe I'll give the meat popsicle away to one of you guys for, I don't know, special purposes. Anyways, so that's why we're in the Cat Navy. I'm going to rock this for a little while, especially since the Corp gave it away for free. Most of my market orders, I believe, have sold, except for the Navy Hammerheads, which are still sitting there, and that's unfortunate. So I did also want to show you guys that we did hit 500,000 LP to show you guys that, if y'all are curious. Let's see, 501. So this is just today. So just today, this right here is, good God, how long is that? Some of this was last night. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 last night. And then this morning I guess I have been playing off and on for 4 hours. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. So either way, we hit 500,000 LP, and we are going to attempt to cash this out. Now, there's a few caveats here. There's a couple places you can do this at, and you can do this relatively safely even with gate camps. So there's a few things I strongly recommend that you do if you're going to sell your LP. Number one, make a fucking alt. I have an alt. It's part of my main group. So I'm going to use the alt because we're technically under the alpha challenge rules. My alt will be using a shuttle for this, or a newbie frigate. He won't be using the freighter and or jump freighter. Normally what I would do for this, if I were playing without YouTube, I would sell these blueprints to myself and then manufacture them and sell them in a variety of locations. But since this is a YouTube show, I feel like I can't sell these to myself. So I wasn't going to do it. But again, make an alt. Do not do this on your faction warfare character, because at least in the Gal Mill side, we know that Cal Mill will do gate camps and they will do insta locks. And if you lose $500 million ISK as a new player, you are going to want to fucking unalive yourself. So don't do that. Don't do that. There is a link in the video description. Click it. Make a new character. It'll give you 1 million skill points, and you can roll right into pretty much a DST or something along those lines. And well, you probably can't use the DST on an alpha, but you can at least get a Badger or something equivalent and have a decent hauler. And then if you decide you want to, you can scale it up. You can also make it on your current account with your alpha, which is what some of you may feel like you can do, because you'll be like, well shit, then I just gotta go on my main account, then I only have to make it once. Well, the problem with that is, number one, if you make it on the same account where your other character is, you won't get the 1 million skill points, which means you're a month behind. 2, you can't train them both at the same time unless you buy MCT. So IMO, better to just make another account and have your hauler as an additional account. That way you've got your PvP main, you've got your hauler account, and then you can turn your hauler into indie or mission running or whatever the hell you want to do after you get your hauling alt. But hauling alts are pretty much mandatory, I would say, unless you've just want to train those skills in your main for some reason and run the risk of getting popped. So anyways, so my alt is going to do the moving for the blueprints, but we are going to go dump this stuff here in a minute into high sec buyback to give you guys the pricing on this. Let's see what we'll get, because it says 21.6. My god, my brain is not working today. I am so tired. I don't know why I didn't sleep well last night. All right, let's drag this over. You can't see it. Let's mute Eve. There we go. All right, so we'll do a quick refresh just so we have the exact current prices. So it says 20 million and 17.6. Not too shabby. I am not going to complain about 17.6 million. So 17.6 million, they accept pretty quick on the contracts. So I think I listed my contract. Well, I mean, I guess we can go fucking look, right? Finance, contracts, my contracts. I think there's a way to do completed. Finished. Whoops. No. Get contracts. There we go. So on this contract, you can see I made it at 14.23 and they accepted it at 14.57. So 50. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Come here, baby. It's just a UPS guy. It's fine. Scared me too. So anyways, 50, 40, 34 minutes to accept that contract, which isn't bad. If we had listed all that shit in .exe, half of it would still be there. So I recommend high sec buyback if you want to just get rid of the garbage loot. It makes it easy. You don't have to deal with it. As a new player, you'll get that money. Now, that being said, if you're wanting to penny pinch and you're wanting to make the most of your money, it's definitely better to go to a trade hub and sell it. The problem you're going to run into is, as a new character, you're not going to have the trade skills that you need to change those prices, right? So like for instance, if we go and look right here and then we go to market orders, you can see that I can have a total of 13 market orders, right? Well, if we look here, I have 21 items. So I'm not even going to be able to list them all until half of these sell. And most of these, not most of them, but there's several items here that people just aren't going to buy. Some of these are like really shit meta items that people are never going to fucking use. And so if they're never going to use them, what's going to happen is somebody's going to buy them and reprocess them for the minerals that's in there, or maybe some other, I don't know, thing, and it's not actually going to be used on a ship. So that can make for a very long time, and then you're waiting on it, you're paying tax on that, you're paying broker fees on it, and then worst case scenario, you list something and then somebody undercuts you 5 seconds later and it's not going to sell fast, and you're 5, 10, 15 jumps away, and now you're never going to, you're going to have to go all the way back, change the price on it, take a broker hit fee, blah 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 blah. So if you want it quick, if you want it easy, and I am not sponsored by these dudes, so don't take it that, oh my god, you're a fucking shill. No, just high-sec buyback, easy, bam, wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're done. All right, let's look at LP. Enough rambling about that. Okay, so we've talked about this before. I built a spreadsheet for it before. Thankfully, so far, nobody has mocked me yet on my shitty math or pointed out the horrific flaws in my stuff. But we're going to kind of look at a few things here. So one of the main ways that I make ISK on the Amar side is I will take blueprints, I will buy them with my main, I will produce them with my indie alt, and then I will sell them in a hub. You can make good money with that, but you have to be careful because mineral prices fluctuate, and blueprints aren't free. So what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of people, when they're in production, they consider anything that you produce free. It's like, oh, well, I went and chopped this tree down myself, so the wood's free because it's my tree and I chopped it myself. No, because you still have an opportunity cost, which is opportunity cost. We're not going to get too far into it. I'm not going to give you an economics test, but basically the whole thing is you did something, and because you did something, you didn't do something else, and so that labor still has a cost associated with it. So you can't just say it's free. That being said, we're gonna just sell these here as much as I want to fucking buy them with my main character so bad you don't even know. So let's do a little quick maths. So what you want to do is you want to go to finance, you want to go to contracts. All right, so now that we're in contracts, we want to search for contracts. All right, we're going to do all regions because we want to know kind of globally what we're at. We want to set it to blueprints. Kind of want the base price to be like, something. And I think, yeah, you can get rid of multi-items if you just want the singulars. And this way we're only looking at what specific item that we're looking at. Now you're missing out here on a few things, like for instance, if somebody has 5 VNIs listed, or maybe selling it in a pack. I don't know why you would do that. It's better to just trade it with somebody. But either way, this is what you're seeing. Like, think of this as the market view. Now, contracts are a little different in the fact that I don't believe you can see contract histories with these. You might be able to, but I don't think so. Somebody may correct me here, and if that's the case, that's fantastic, because if you can see the history, then you could kind of technically do the price. So you can see there are 17 contracts here. That means there are 17 of these in the entire game that are up on contract right now, which is not a lot. Vexor Navy issues are fairly popular. They're a great PvP ship. They're a great PvE ship. One of my favorite ships. I mean, you can double rep tank this thing, and it is a boss. All right, so it sells, looks like 26 million is the bottom one. So if we sold it for 25 and be an asshole and undercut all these dickbags, they'll hate us. But we sold it for 25 million. What would we make? Okay, so calculator time. I know it's your favorite part of the series. 18,000 LP. And that 18,000 LP is going to get us 26 million. So if we do 26 million, that's what we would get if we sold it. So it's going to... Fuck. There we go. It's going to cost us 5 million. Don't miss this part. It's going to cost us 5 million. So if we subtract 5 million, it's going to be 21 million. And then 21 million divided by 18,000 is 1,166. So that means you were making 1,166 ISK per LP. We have 500,000 LP. So if we were to convert all of these, that means right now we have 583 million, or half a bill, little over, almost 0.6, 60% of a billion ISK in LP. Not too bad for a fucking newbie, right? And this is maybe 4 hours of grinding, so probably about 125 million an hour, give or take. And these were doing mainly smalls and scouts in Oplexing. I wasn't doing mediums, but now that I have a catalyst, I can do mediums and larges. I mean, I was doing mediums occasionally with the frigate, but now I can do mediums and larges exclusively, and you make almost 50,000 LP Oplexing larges and mediums. I think it's 37 for mediums and 45 or 47 for larges. So you get kind of like 1166, I think it was, times 47. That's 54 million per fucking large. Yeah, it gets kind of gross. You get that every 15 or every 19 minutes. You can get 3 of them an hour if you're really bamming and jamming, which we really won't, and you're making 164 million an hour. Not too shabby. All right, so let's check out the Executor Navy issue. This is another ship that's really good. So, and I never can spell this ship. I don't know why I have such a hard time with it. All right, Executor Navy issues. It looks like the bottom one is 23 million, top one is 25. So, or sorry, top one is 29. So this is significantly lower. To get the actual math on it, calculator, let's do the actual math. So we got 23 million minus 5 million. They're basically the same. There you go. Whoops. I guess it would help if I actually did 23 million. There we go. And then divided by 18. This is going to be exactly 1,000 LP a pop. So one's 1,100, one's 1,000. Let's, for shits and giggles, let's do the Catalyst Navy issue because I really, really like that ship. Catalyst Navy. Here we go. Wow. There are hardly any of these up. Okay. So this is 15 by 12. So pull this up. So just to show you the math, because math's not everybody's strong point. 17 million. You have to pay 3.5 million. So minus 3.5. I get you a 13.5. 13.5 divided by 12,000. That's 11.25. So looks like Navy-ish executors, as much as I like them, probably not the best use. So it looks like VNIs followed by catalysts. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Navy Comet, because why not? We might. Navy Comet. Might be a good one. 12 of those. Ranges 8 million to 17 million. It's going to cost us, so that's 6 million. 6 million divided by... So again, 8 million minus 2 million, because you're having to... That's the lowest contract. You're doing 2. That's 6. Divided by 4,000. There you go. It's 1,500. Woo! Comets is banging, baby. And if we undercut, so let's do 5 million divided by 4,000. So it's about equal. So yeah, if we did Comet, so it's Vexers. Comets and Catalysts are basically about, I mean, Comet's technically better than a Catalyst. But keep in mind, you may be making that, but you're only getting, like, it's 4,000 LP, right? So you'd have to sell 3 of them, roughly, to make the same as one Catalyst. So keep that in mind. You know, you've got broker fees, you've got physical quantities, you've got physical auctions. You know, you got to sell more ships to make that rate. It's still not a bad rate, but you're definitely going to have to sell more of them. So how am I going to do this? Well, what I will basically do is I'll take the 500,000. So like, for instance, if what we'd probably do is something like 300,000 divided by 18,000. That's going to be 16. Okay, so 16 times 18,000. That's going to be 288. So that's going to be 16 Vexor Navy issues. So 500,000 minus 288, 212. And so let's do probably, let's see, what's 12,000 times 15? Is that too much? That's 180. Okay. So 15, and then we'll do the rest in comments. And that'll basically be how we'll break it down. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. What I'll do is I'll buy them on this character. Then I will transfer them with a contract to my alt, or I'll wait till my alt actually physically get, well, no, I can't log them both in at the same time. So yeah, I'll have to transfer it. I'll transfer it to my alt with a contract. Alt will buy it. We'll take a shuttle, run it to Jeddah. Thank God I'm like 6 jumps from Jeddah, I think it is. I was earlier. I don't know where I'm at now. I'm 4 jumps from where I was. Solar system. Routes. Prefer shorter. We are... Okay, that's a little longer. That's 8 jumps. That's still nothing. It's 8 jumps from the biggest hub in the game. So... And then he'll make the run in a shuttle. I'm going to take this stuff to HiSec, which is literally 1 jump away. Action Warfare. Acti. Yeah, 0.5. So we'll dock him up there in a HiSec station. Dump all this shit and then come back. I won't be taking my... I won't be taking my Catalyst because Catalyst is a little slow. So what I'll be doing is I'll be putting all of this in I Can Ride with No Handlebars, which should hopefully have enough room for it all. Let's see. Take that, minus this, because I want to keep that. Really don't care about the null. And we're going to put all this in there. Did it all fit? It did. Perfect. I really wish I could put him in there, but he won't fit. I'll probably just try and sell this here. Can I actually sell this here? Will somebody buy it? Someone will always buy it. 140,000. I mean, it's probably not the best price for it. Let me go look it up. What is... I guess we could do it off a HiSec buyback. Let's see what HiSec buyback will give us. It's an incursus, right? Did I misspell it? Incursus, not cis. Sorry. Fuck. 0 ISK. You just won't buy incursuses? Okay. That's fine. I wonder why. 9% to an industrials, for example, below is detailed. Oh, okay. That's hilarious. That's absolutely fucking hilarious. That's brutal. That's a fucking brutal statement. It's like, I'm sorry, we won't be buying your shit. Well, why ain't you gonna buy my shit? Because your shit ain't worth the gas it costs to move it. It's like, God dang, that's hateful. So yeah, we'll take the 124,000 because fuck it. We'll let somebody else take that loss. And that ship was free from the air program, and I won't be flying an Incursus, so not a problem. So we're going to take I Can Ride with No Handlebars to HiSec, dump that, make that money. Anybody want to make a guess on roughly what we will get in the next video? I did get it caught up to 100 million, so we are back positive again, but that means our baseline is at 3.228. So make your bets in the comment section right now what you think we will be at next video. And I'm going to try and sell everything before next video, but I may not. But if you would like to weigh in with the HiSec buyback, of course, if you paid attention, you already know what the HiSec buyback is. But the person who is closest to what we are making, maybe I'll throw you some ESK or something out of the 100 million. So feel free to throw your bets in the comment section down below. Keep in mind, like I said, if you want to make an alt for either indie or faction warfare purposes, maybe come join me over here, kicking the shit out of the squids. There's a link in the video description. Gives you 1,000,000 skill points. Helps me out as well by kicking some stuff up to me if you end up getting Omega or Convert. That being said, if you liked the video, like the series, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.